Let me tell you a story about when I was 17 at CPAC. When I was 17 at CPAC. When I was 17 at CPAC. So when I was 17, I had like never drank before. I wasn't a cool kid. I didn't go to parties. I was kind of awkward. And so I go to CPAC and I'm a high schooler. Turning Point brings all these like high school and college students.
What?
All these like high school and college students.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He said, Blake is my secret weapon. He's the smartest man I know. And he loved you. And for anybody to suggest, whether it's Candace Owens or any other person within TPUSA was somehow complicit in his murder, is to say that Charlie Kirk was such a bad judge of character that he put a bunch of traitors around him.
Resigned from the network after a CNN investigation uncovered his racist and sexist comments on an online message board.
Had been posting on a message board under a pseudonym, racist comments, sexist comments, frankly, comments that are too horrific to read on air to you. Largely, they use very vulgar language, and it's just shocking to read. I think if viewers go and check it out on CNN.com, they'll be pretty stunned.
If there's anything I knew about Charlie Kirk, is he knew how to spot talent and integrity. My
name is Amanda. I worked for Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk for 4 years. One of those years, I was a donor relations officer in Phoenix, Arizona. And that means is I worked with all the donors within a certain region for all of Turning Point's assets. So Turning Point Action, Turning Point Academy, Turning Point USA, Faith, Blexit, podcasting, everything. What I did for Turning Point USA within that department was some of the most, I can't even begin to describe it, because the people that I felt like I was working for, they were horrible. I mean, like, it was just some of the worst times ever. And I was working for such an amazing, brilliant idea of an organization, and to see it for what it really was behind the scenes and what makes it Turning Point, which is money. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. That's how it works in the nonprofit world. It took me so much towards the end not to tell donors to take their money elsewhere. The people that are behind it all are just like the worst of the worst. I've seen it. I know the disgust and the terrible things that go on. I worked for Turning Point and Charlie for 4 years. There are some things I wanted to touch on. Charlie. He was incredible at what he did because he was able to do it without having the distraction of the business. He delegated a lot. And there were some things that were definitely going on that I do not believe that he knew about. You've probably noticed there aren't a lot of Turning Point employees coming on the internet and talking about it. It's insane. The fear and just, there are so many of us who have so many stories and so many things to say, but they make you sign everything and anything under the sun. That is why I was so vague. A lot of people were talking about, well, just say what you have to say. Why are you talking like that? Because I can't. I cannot. They are not above suing someone for a video that gets whatever views on TikTok. I was not fired. That was another one that people said a lot. Oh, she had to have been fired. I left on very reasonable terms after seeing what I saw, and knowing what I knew. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't be there in that environment with the people who were just the anxiety and stress and depression that comes from just being in a world of such deception and lies and deceit. It will put a toll on you. I'm saying that after being in it for 4 years every single day.
It takes a lot more faith to believe that Charlie didn't know who his friends were and picked all the wrong people to surround him.
Well, the reason why is there's a small possibility that Charlie was doing the same shit that everybody else was doing. I don't know. I don't know Charlie. But could that be a possibility? If I surround myself, because y'all got to understand, Tyler Boyer is a terrible person. And Tyler Boyer is the person who hired everybody. Tyler Boyer is the longest tenured employee at Turning Point USA. And he had Tyler Boyer hire everybody else. Let me just ask y'all, is it fair for me to say that if Charlie Kirk hired all of these degenerate, idiotic, racist idiots, am I wrong by saying that Charlie Kirk was possibly just like them? He was doing the same stuff that they were doing? Because every single person on this staff, they're all idiots. They're all degenerates. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All I could do is go by what I've, uncovered.
It strains credulity to suggest that people within that organization, people that he handpicked himself, somehow murdered him. If you're going to suggest that, you better have a lot of evidence, and I have seen none of it.
Hey, I need you to calm down. Because when Charlie Kirk was hit, your ass was crawling around on the ground like a bitch.
Hey, my glasses! I can't see without them!
So don't raise your voice now. So I need you to calm your little old ass down, sir.
It's unconscionable that anyone would say this without evidence. You can slander, you can say what if, you can have all sorts of innuendos and insinuations. That's not evidence. You can have dreams, you can have hunches, you can have hunches.
I bet y'all had a lot of hunches at them colleges. This is what they be doing in them schools and them churches. Come on up to the pulpit. I got a hunch. Let me see if my hunch is correct.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
How many hunches did y'all have at those colleges? How many hunches did y'all have at those high schools? I bet y'all had a lot of hunches. Some of y'all was having the hunches with the boys. That's why y'all in this situation now. Because of all of your hunches.
That's not evidence. You can have dreams, you can have hunches.
No, y'all are having the hunches. Not us.
It remains raw and painful. It remains raw and painful.
Raw and painful? Oh, they were probably doing the hunching with Blake Neff. Got it. Oh, so y'all was having raw hunches?
It remains raw and painful.
Oh, that's even worse. Raw hunches is worse than protected hunches.
Joe, he thinks about Charlie every day when he gets up, and he thinks about him every night when he goes to bed.
You thinking about a man every time you wake up and every time you go to bed? Is that a hunch? Is that another one of your hunches?
To talk about this, so, Charlie did get the chance to finish Stop in the Name of God.
Oh my God. Here we go with the fake book. Here we go with the book. Oh, by the way, buy his new fake book that we just made with AI after Charlie died. We ran out of t-shirts to sell. Now we came up with an AI book that we put Charlie's face on so we can make more money. They made $80 million in 3 days after Charlie Kirk died off of t-shirts. And now, hey, buy my new book. You guys are ingrates. You guys are disgusting. This man was just like yelling at everybody.
It's unconscionable that anyone would say this without evidence.
He's doing all that shit talking, right? And all of a sudden, hey, buy Charlie's book.
The tragedy where it works.
Yo, that man was literally yelling at us, spitting at the camera. It's unconscionable. How dare you? And all of a sudden, hey, and by the way, buy this book that we just made up and put Charlie Kirk's face on it. You guys are idiots.
You were one of the pastors he was closest to.
Oh, look, he has a book in his hand. How you were just so angry and now you want to push the book. Everybody say fake and gay. This is fake and gay.
There you do. You got your advanced copy.
Now let's talk about the 17-year-olds.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like they ain't gonna get wore out. Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
The plot thickens.
So Turning Point employees are contacting me, a lot of them, okay?
Point about covering up for a child's sex ring. Point about covering up for a child's sex ring. Point about covering up for a child's sex ring. Let me tell you a story about when I was 17 at CPAC.
Okay.
So
Wow.
when
Here we
I
go.
I've like, so when I was 17, I had like never drank before. I wasn't a cool kid. I didn't go to parties. I was kind of awkward. And so I go to CPAC and I'm a high schooler. Turning Point brings all these like high school and college students. Turning Point brings all these like high school and college students.
What?
And not like super monitored. And there's these politicians and there's these media figures and all of these adults who said like have access to these college and high school kids. Have access to these college and high school kids. Me and two other girls, they were in college. We got invited to a party. I'm 17. We go to this party and it's in like a penthouse suite, like way up fancy and near a hotel.
What she's saying sounds exactly like what Diddy was doing when he was inviting women up to the Diddy parties. So was Turning Point literally a reincarnation of Diddy parties?
This was like a you turn in your phone kind of party.
Whoa.
So
just like with the Diddy parties. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all the stories about the Diddy parties. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember all the stories about the Diddy parties. Same thing. Young girls go to the Diddy parties. You got to turn in your phone. The next thing you know, you drinking and you ain't got no business being there.
You at the door, there's like a bouncer. Turn in your phone, like go inside. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm at a party. Like, wow. And there was at least one senator there. There was
Like
several
Diddy
people
party.
you'd recognize from Fox News. And then just other people that I didn't know who were just probably within that world. And there were not like other young people there. Like this wasn't like a party thrown for minors or for college kids.
Interesting.
So what haunts me to this day is that in retrospect, none of them even bat an eye at a 17-year-old being there. That was not like, that did not raise, like they let me in. Like I was clearly not like old enough to be around alcohol and certain drugs. Like that was not.
You could barely get into a rated R movie at 17.
All right, y'all. Let's get these likes. Let's get these likes up. We almost at 2,000 people.
Everybody hit the like button.
And so I won't go into like too many details, but like this was clearly not the first time that they'd seen like a 17-year-old. So I truly believe when everything on the right that they accuse people of is an admission.
And there's more.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
So I went to a TPUSA Faith event tonight, and I want to talk about it. Thinking that I was going to enjoy myself and learn things because TPUSA is obviously a conservative faith-based foundation, or so I thought. I thought I was going to be informed about politics stemming like strictly from biblical principles, and that's not my experience. So right off the bat, the speaker comes up and like before he even gets into preaching or talking about politics, he begins by calling out Candace Owens and saying that
Y'all see this? These young people are going to church to get the word, and what happens? They start talking shit about Candace Owens. They start talking shit about how IHOP is better than America instead of the word. It's all disgusting. From Turning Point USA to Turning Point USA Faith, it's all the same thing.
that's just
Watch why she couldn't leave.
And the only reason I didn't leave is because on the way in, I basically got like security checked like 5 times because there was armed men like standing everywhere in front of me. They were very suspicious of me. Like, I don't know.
So she didn't feel comfortable leaving because of all of the armed guards. Why are there armed guards at a church? Do you see the manipulation even with the armed guards?
There was also an armed man on stage, like hand on his gun. Like the security was everywhere. They're so corrupt, it's insane. They're so corrupt, it's insane. They're so corrupt, it's insane. And telling Christians that they should be supporting this evil doing because these people are Jewish, and if you don't, you're anti-Semitic. Like it's wrong. And also, I don't think Charlie Kirk would stand for that. We know, as like the weeks before his passing, he was starting to call out Israel and question Israel. And Candace Owens was his best friend.
Right.
Like, what? So then he goes on and he starts preaching. But the way he was preaching, it wasn't really preaching. He was just literally calling like the left names. He called the left idiots. He called them freaks. He called them it didn't feel right. And my thought process is, would Jesus be doing this? Is this biblical teaching? Like, you're calling people that we disagree with as Christians all these names and loser, idiot, freak. Really? Because last time I checked, Jesus ate with sinners. He ate with prostitutes. So you're spreading hate, literally, and that's not what God stands for. He's preaching to people whilst spreading hate. And these people are absorbing this information. These teenagers, these young people are absorbing this information, thinking that this is okay. This is a leader. This is someone put on our stage, teaching us this. This is a future generation of Christians. Do we really want to be more divided? Like, oh, we're just going to hate on the left because we disagree with them. We're not going to share the Bible with them. We're not going to like help them because we think that they're lost. We're just going to call them losers and freaks and make fun of them and laugh it off. It was quite disgusting, and I'm not pleased at all. So basically, I didn't learn a thing.
Do y'all see how multiple women are using the word disgusting? Multiple women are using the word disgusting when it comes to Turning Point USA.
He spent the entire time talking about liberals and how they're stupid and blah, 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 and like how men shouldn't be in women's locker rooms and women's sports. And I'm like, I'm thinking we have more important things to talk about as Christians in this nation than things that we see plastered all over online. Like, yeah, we all know. We know that men shouldn't be in women's sports. We know that they shouldn't be in women's bathrooms. That's not the most important topic, okay?
Here's another Turning Point USA employee right here.
My name is Joshua Peterson. I worked for Turning Point USA and Turning Point USA Faith, and I knew Charlie Kirk personally. I want to say on the record that there was a inner circle at Turning Point USA that was constantly working against Charlie and his interests and what he wanted to do, as well as there was a Jewish influence in Turning Point that he was not very fond of, that he wanted to get rid of. He tried doing this, he tried creating a Doge department, and he gets assassinated. Another thing that makes me believe this inner circle was constantly working against Charlie was because of the fact that he had a whole entire branch of Turning Point that he had no idea about, and that was the stock market branch. Now, the thing about this branch is it's been getting millions of dollars poured into it over the past 4 years now, and that's been seen through their latest tax returns, which were also filed late, which was weird, but that's a topic for another time. This stock market group that Turning Point has been throwing millions of dollars into the stock market for the past 4 years now, and Charlie Kirk had no knowledge of that whatsoever. Now, if you also look into it a little bit deeper, if you look at the staff on that branch specifically, it says zero. It says there's nobody employed in that branch, yet they're pouring $5 million into funds for employees. Make it make sense. That sounds like money laundering to me. It sounds like there's some pyramid scheme going on behind the scenes at Turning Point that Charlie did not know about originally, and I think that he was planning to expose that, and that's ultimately what got him killed.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna
really
get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. What? chat. What? Everybody, everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.